Hello, hello. Better than I thought it would look, but all right. So we're getting everything organized here. About that. I added a couple new cool features onto the. Oh, it's like dead center. Right, so I had a couple of new features over the yesterday to the stream. We'll see that when we get to start coding, so that'd be cool. I look forward to that. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, what we're doing today. So yes, we're working on CLI, the CLI still. I don't think anything really has come up with, like, we're almost done. We have the streams to do, which I don't think is going to be too hard, and I think we're just going to do the end stream, like consuming the stream. Just going to create a function for that, and then we can make that better if we want. I gotta turn this music, it's a little distracting. Oh, I'm gonna have to restart this computer. There you go. Hopefully that didn't turn it down for you. I don't think it did. All right, so, yeah. So last time we did the compile, the compiler. We finished that up for the most part. We got the MVP of that. We simplified the log. We simplified the flag execution, like the command formatter. We'll be diving a bit into that a bit more. Persistent storage is what we need to do today. I have a solution for persistent storage that I've used in a previous project. I might just copy and paste that. We'll see. Most likely it's what I'm going to end up doing. Yeah, so today basically we need the handle spaces in the flag strings, basically. So basically we just need to handle the spaces inside of flags, and also remove the quotation marks around that value. So we gotta check if there is a quotation mark, if the value starts with a quotation mark and ends with it. Otherwise we just ignore it and be like, hey, you can use whatever right here, right? So yeah, basically that's it. There's like 3 things we have to do on our package or our framework ourselves, which is just the read stream, the storage, and the CLI. I'm looking at a list right here, so that's where my attention is going to. So let me turn this. There you go. That's a bit more better. That's a bit better. Looked like I was just like pale white. However, there's a couple things we have to do as well in order to get our package up and running, which is our API definition. So that way you can just do command maker or cm.sub command without really defining all the folders and stuff. So it just makes it easier for the user to use, because what we're looking at is logging. We have 2 functions for logging, one for the subcommand. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then the actual execution command, right? So we want to simplify those a bit. The rest is pretty much passed into the function, which actually is another thing we gotta do. We gotta pass in those, like, the stream. Actually, yeah, the only thing is the IO that we need to pass in, and the arguments. So we need to pass in the arguments to the or the flags of the data of the command that are when the user executes it. So from our formatter, there you go. I was trying to figure out how do I say that. We need to pass in the data from our formatter. The arguments from our formatter, and then I have a little bit. So right, here's the thing. What I'm concerned about is pip. So I think we're going to start off with that. I need to do some research on that. The thing I'm concerned about is that when you do pip install, we move the directory around places, right? We copy everything over to a build folder, and then we manipulate all the files we need to, like the entry file, and like the config. We like parse the config file and do all that stuff. So my concern is once this goes into pip, it's gonna break, which is gonna be annoying. Because we need to do an executable command, so when you do pip-m command maker build, it actually builds your current working directory, or whatever directory you've passed into it. So yeah, that's where my concern lies. But we'll get there. We might end up pushing the pip stuff into a Tuesday. Either way, once we have this settled, we can move back into our our config manager, and it's like I said last time, it's so easy. Once this CLI framework is like this stuff is laid down, we're like 2 functions and we're done. So yeah, that just makes it so much easier. And then we can focus on like Docker and get into the fun stuff like that. Like data. Like once we finish the Docker stuff, we can get into like the data management, data science, like data mining, all that fun stuff. Or we can, because once we have the Docker like environments down, we don't really have to worry about installing random stuff onto our computer. At least like it's easier to set up. And then yeah, it's just like it adds another layer. Like you can just rip out what you use, and that's kind of the idea of the config manager too, because one of the things I want to implement in config manager is an apt installer manager. So I think that's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. So like you can like a setup manager basically, where it'll install all the packages you need from apt or whatever. Like run a script command, like hey, set this up how this is like install this, and then remove it when you unset everything. That way each like config has its own like setup and all that. So yeah. And then let's see. But I mean, we just need to get the CLI thing done, and then we can extend this too, because I bet you we're gonna need a TUI, and I want to extend the CLI command maker into a TUI, and then I also see us using like out operations, so like running commands, and I use a hybrid of Windows and Linux, so I would want also PowerShell, and then just all that stuff. I think once that's all set up, we should be good. But I have finally uninstalled Adobe. So if I like search Adobe, which you guys won't see, like it'll just pop up as like a key search, which is so nice because I moved away from Adobe not too long ago, and I think on Sunday I'm gonna start doing that as vanity, like a photo design, like a photo editing time, so I can start putting that on the record. But yeah, it's gonna be really nice. There's still stuff I gotta do, like clearing data out and all that, but it's almost done. Oof. Adobe's just too big for their britches. So yeah, that being said, let's dive into it. You get to see this new feature that I have added to your stream, and yeah. All right, so we are, as you can see, my keystrokes are visible. So I'm holding Alt right now, and I am able to, you can see that I am able to hit the arrow keys. Right now I'm navigating the different screens. Just kind of how it's set up, you won't be able to see that, but yeah, I'm able to navigate to different areas. This is the browser, and then over time it just kind of disappears. I do want to improve this system. I have what's called KeyVis installed, and it's kind of like, it works. I was able to add the stroke using OBS and stuff, which is really nice, but I have to have this like pop-up open the whole time, and it's so annoying. Right now I'm not able to see the chat in OBS, which I like have alongside my phone right here, which is my camera. But what you gonna do, right? This also, this light's also kind of annoying too. So I have a little like point, like a hand light here that I want on myself, but that's the lowest, and then the next one is super bright. So I probably have to get another, like a better softbox than this coffee filter. Maybe I can add another coffee filter. Maybe I'll fix it. But in the meantime, I'm kind of like pointing it off to like over here or something, right? And computer a bit. It's kind of like get rid of all the blue that's kind of reflecting on my monitors. Like it's like over here that I don't want it to. All right, so now the light's kind of, now we've messed with the light a lot. I'm just gonna do this. So let's see. Yeah, so one of the things is package to local directory. Easy install. Oh, okay. So it's a dash dash target. Or a dash T. Okay. It's good to know. Probably just need to balance the whites on my camera. Let me do that real quick. Call it a day. All right, cool. Had a little border to it, you know. um. Yeah. So. run setup .py. That help? And that doesn't help. You can import pip. I guess that will make sense. That's pretty cool that you can do that. I guess we'll just add it to our file, our build spot, right? Yeah, I mean, it kind of fixes a lot of issues I'd have, so. Cool. So let's move on to our next thing, which is, let me go back to this right here. Oh, yeah, the flags. Let's work on the flags. So that was in core, and this is kind of what we were working on last time, so we do have like some idea. So right, where do we split it? Like right here is where we kind of split it key value. So yeah, okay, yeah. So if it doesn't start with that, we kind of end up here. And then if not and green, gotta do everything else here, then else, and then we do we still need to get the arg value. This will, we can exit, go to virtual mode, we shift up. I wish I can shift side, but no, that's not how it works. Come on, get out. Virtual line mode. Alright, so we have to get the key arg value for each one. No, we don't. What am I thinking? It's just gonna be arg. Okay, so if arg ends with that, then we're not in the string anymore. And we think that, paste that. We do E right here equals value. I just don't want to, I want to make this a bit more readable. No, I'm going to get confused. Oh. Yeah, this is why I did this. So we stored the primary key, and then we have to do yank this thing, yank that, paste it, and this is our secondary. There you go. So basically we stored our primary secondary key for later use, and now we need to get the string data. Which we can concatenate it. Oh. Huh. We actually can just do this right here. Shift A equals. That's probably the best I can think of doing. It's just so weird how it's kind of stated. And then we need to set string data to 0. Yeah. Let's just yank this right here. Yank that. Paste it. Can we just... That's annoying. And then V and delete that. Okay. So this is if we're at the string. Otherwise, equals arg. The space plus arg, because we lost a space. It got split out. This should also be a space plus. Oh. This is plus equals. Green. And this should be everything but the last. So plus space. So it's going to be that plus, and then we need to do a slice here of that -1. There you go. Okay, so we got everything but the last character, and got everything here. All right, and then right here is when we check if we're starting this shenanigans, right? So we do the escape character, This is our else value. So it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. And we... Oh, it's always going to be flag. No, it's not. Sorry. We have to do this again with... It's not a huge major refactor. We just gotta do this again with the args. Which makes me think, no, let's not do a flag. Or... Oh wait, I added this function thinking this would be useful. It's not gonna be useful. So I think below here we do def how will we do this? No, because it brings it out of the flow. It's just better to do verbose. It's more easier to read. In string equals true. String data. Primary equals flags string data secondary equals arg. And then string data string that equals, I guess, I have to set this anyway, so there's no point in doing this whole shenanigans here. Just don't forget, it's just as simple as that. This is our value, and we take a slice from 1 onward. All right, so now we just need to copy this and paste this into our other. So yank, paste, tab, 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 tab. We'll fix this another time. I haven't completely, I think I've told you all this before, but I haven't really set up my new Vim all too well. So it's just kind of like in chaos right now. There you go. This is args. This is unnamed index. Well, it's gonna start at 1. It's fine. And then yeah, just removes the value. And this is not what we're gonna start with. This is also gonna be our. This should just be args. Because if it's the whole thing, then include the whole thing. Alright, so basically we started out and if it starts with a like quotation mark and then it ends with a quotation mark, like and if like it just takes chunks of spaces, basically. That's just how argv works, or sys.argv works, just taking like splitting it off by spaces. So if it starts with a quotation mark, that chunk, and then another chunk ends with that quotation mark, then it will like be done. Here the thing is, I need a failure rate point. Oh, I also need to do, oh yeah, I do it. So if we are still in string, after the iteration, we need to raise exception. We'll do an actual like command exception. If this is an exception, which states that the command provided is in it's a there you go. Where's my raise? Did not. What would be a way to do this? Did not terminate string properly. You know, that might be a good one. There you go. That way, that is the like sketchiest way to handle that. Let's see. Name is help if it's less than one, otherwise the name is name. All right, that was all good. Our key value, like it's flag, short string, or just a regular flag. I guess that doesn't. If it is, if it has equals, then it that's why, yeah. If it had equal, if I had an argument that had an equal, that's why we didn't use the key name or key. Yeah, that I didn't realize why I did that. I don't need to do that. I guess I did. Yeah. I did need to do that. All right. Because you can have a flag without a value. So yeah. But moving the unnamed, like the arguments, onto just args and not our key, that was a little short-sighted, because we if we have an equal at any point in that string, or whatever, right? It will split it off and we wouldn't be able to read it from there. So yeah, that's pretty good. The only really reason why we need value is from this right here. Cool. Well, that's our keys, I believe. I mean, we can test it out, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. We'll test it out in a bit. CLI flag strings. All right, now we just need to read standard in. So go at IO or an RO area. Yeah. All right. Actually, I want to check. I'm in the wrong one. So let's exit insert. Well, nice tea. I'm gonna move into core. That was what we were working with. I'm gonna move into sub. And correct. Handle, yeah, okay, yeah, this is we need to include some stuff in here. Help document. I don't call help document. So we're not done with that. We need to, which is why we had the thing. Okay. args is okay, so we need to get all this data in, which actually we don't need that or that. We just need short flags args. Can I convert set into an array? I think that'd be just better for the user experience. Oh. I guess I didn't have to, right? Data read only. Sometimes working in a virtual machine that sucks. There's this bar up here that you guys can't see. All right, so let's see. I guess. I mean, just don't. I'll rely on their competence. Arg's flag short. B, yank, paste, paste. I don't want to provide short though, that thing, but which means we have to read through that date, like sift through that art flag data and interpret it. Which, yeah, it's fine. But for now, we'll just do this. Do I honestly don't think it. I don't think it should be that. State IO. Okay, yeah, I don't think it should be. I think this should be a class. So this is def. This requires self. That's that. We're gonna need to first time using a class like we're supposed to. Then args, flags. Self dot args, args, self dot flags, flags, self dot and then let's do this. We do I added a T there, and then we add this. So we're going to yank this. Sit here. I want to undo that. That way. Oh wait, no. Yeah. So actually, we do Shift V. Go up. Just go up. Delete. To. Or how do I want to know this? This seems like it's going to be very important. Envim, delete character. So DTC. All right, it's DT. DT. DT space. I guess I didn't. DT. DT space. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so glad that worked. Delete to character. Alright. Let's go. Learn something new every day. Fish needs that. Alright, so now I just have to update the class and I don't have to worry about this. Or actually, we can just... I don't even need to put that in. Because I just import core. Shoot. Well. Just gonna hold it down. And this is just self. We can just defeat, delete that. We'll just put in pass here. It's a day. Yeah. All right, so I am going to take a break here. I need to think this through a bit, so I need to also use the restroom. So it's a good time. So I'll be back in a sec, and we'll implement this API. I'm back. So I think what I want to ignore the flags and stuff right now. We'll come back to that in a sec. I want to get in our IO. That's probably what we should do. So we're going to be using classes of this for this as well. It's just going to be easier to handle. So we just have our IO class, which it's not going to be all right, and then Python read standard and LEOF. Raw input. Ugh. All right. Yeah, I'm standing a bit. I had to a bit. I actually also add a bit more light back there to kind of liven a little bit things a little bit in the background. So hopefully that helps out a bit. As you can see over there. There's a lamp over there, so we'll up that. I'll do some things. That's what I wanted. Python read standard in because yeah, that's kind of your program will be buffering if you keep on reading that stream for a while. So you have your buffer. Oh, my bad, sorry. Chunks. So basically the idea is that you'll read one chunk of data at a time. Not exactly what I want. resolution might be good. So sys standard in. If exit is line.rstrip, break. So I want a stream in and then I want an input. And instead of using pass, you know this already, but it should be one of these. And then yeah. All right. Input read standard using file mode, file input module. I don't want to do that. Am I overcomplicating this? I feel like I'm not. What's this here? Let's see. Hello. I don't want. Maybe I'm just days go by first and still. I feel like I'm missing something here. That's not right. I don't want to open a new process. And they're just grabbing me from input. All right, let's look at the Python. Sys library. All right, the audit. Raised in an audit trigger. Arguments. Interesting. Call tracing. Oh, copyright. All right. Breakpoint hook. Interesting. That might be useful later on. Display hook. Exception. Executable. Ooh. All right. Exit. All right. Flags. Cool. We're gonna look for standard. All right. Display hook. We don't want to do that. Exception hook. Centered in. Out air. All right. Its error messages go to standard error. All right. Handles errors. The Windows standard out. Line buffer is a stream is line buffered, otherwise it's block buffered. When interactive, standard out stream is line buffered, otherwise it is block buffered like regular text files. Standard error is line buffered in both cases. You can make both streams unbuffered by passing the -u command into the or setting the Python variable. IO. Not what I want. So we do want standard in. All right, so I think all you want to do is change up the lines for line. I guess it's for blank and change. class read. We're just gonna name this n. And name this response. I'm gonna name this out. I guess. And then this is just gonna be a print for now. Buffer plus equals. It's a line. No. That standard in that read line. And I think I want to leave it like so. So we want to return buffer. We only want to like read chunks of data just in case like it's like blocking, and this just prints it out. All right, and then interaction, and this will make sense for future projects. So we're just like that kind of. Seems to be tabbed over. There you go. All right. That is stream rate. Reading and being. IO. There's the reason why I'm doing this, and right now it doesn't make sense. But I want to make it so that you can do a two-read pretty easily. Or right, the whole point of this is that you're not like it is just get something up and quick. So if I can just kind of like create an API around everything that handles most of the assumptions that we use here, that'll be probably best for the best. Right. Name base for IO subcommand IO. This is also a namespace. New data stream. All right, and that. Yeah, there you go. Ooh. One of the devs that I like to watch on Twitch is live right now, Australian, so does that make sense? And then yeah, that's it for now, really. So basically, what this does is has buffer, writes a bunch of lines, as many lines as you want, onto that buffer, and then it prints that buffer. And then we go back to our sub. We import IO. Self.io equals IO. All right. I guess we can do state. Actually, let's do state because I have an idea. So we want to split this off. CD back one. You just want to keep. And we want to go to catalyst. CD cat list ls CD source. Keep that one. It would be in database. So in them database.py. Yeah. All right, so this is what we want to copy. Jeffy. Yank that. Over here. Get out here. Go there. There's going to be some slight changes because it's. Ooh. I did not see that coming. Yank that. Oh, what? That's kind of annoying. Copy. There you go. All right. Yeah, so we have all this like set, get, delete, save. At register, it saves. Buckets. Router is the bucket. However, we want to put this in a class because it needs to be in a, I want to put it in a namespace, so we're going to put this in a state, namespace class state, and then pretty much everything else is the same. So we'll should die there. Same thing for this. This is not a function, so we'll move that there. And then we just kind of go do this. Oh, we don't need that print anymore. Oh, I didn't know that is up to the cursor. And I was hoping that format would work, but I guess. Try accept. It just returns none. And then we gotta delete. Which imports OS. So it's. Alright, and then at exit, it registers a save, so it just saves everything that's in our bucket. And there's standard practice. And the nice thing about this is that it's gonna be. Ooh. We should probably import core because the namespace, it's gonna be right, we can probably save per sub. I don't think that's an actual good. I think that's an over complication of what we really want, which is just a simple state that we can just call for persistence. So there you go. Oh, if the ID is in bucket, then it just updates that value. Otherwise, it just sets that value. Hi. Hello, me when I'm me. How you doing? We're kind of working on a CLI framework right now. We're almost done. I basically need to just the API stuff and then the Python module stuff. But right now, kind of working on the state, so all fun stuff. Sets the data to the provided bucket. Using ID. If the ID doesn't exist, it creates a spot. Creates a bucket. I think that's pretty much named, like, buckets and data kind of represents what we're doing most accurately here, because basically what we're doing is we're just kind of chunking out data, like files, and storing them, like our data into that file. It's kind of like can be a hodgepodge of like different data. It's not meant to be accurate at all. It's just kind of to load and unload. So yeah, that's we're doing there. Oh, we have to also do the config, fetching the config data, or the normalized data too, which we wouldn't want as part of the state API. So this one will get the bucket API if it's been initialized. Then it'll fetch the bucket data. All right, So yeah, so basically it just gets the returns the bucket data. From that's probably a better. So yeah, we'll return the bucket data from memory, and if the bucket hasn't been loaded yet, then it will load the bucket data. That's about right. Deletes. Okay. That's pretty much straightforward. It just permanently deletes a bucket, both in memory and persistence in the file too. Oh, actually, that's a good thing. So I haven't done this in a while. So how do you remove key in dictionary? I believe it's just delete. Yeah. Buckets. So yeah, now we're just deleting the bucket's ID and then we're moving it from there. So it just kind of more accurate. Cool. So we have the load command data, which we gonna grab this, paste that, delete. Then we'll go to our build. Oh yes, everything's fine. And we're gonna yank this path here, which we use to set the dir file. Oh, it is local, so it's just data. It's just called data. Cool. Back to state. This is just gonna be I guess it's called config data. So what we have done is we have a build step. So we made last time we were live, we created a compiler which took our config file along with our current project and it used the config file to define how our CLI should work. So it will get rid of the .py and make sure it's executable like you'd expect for a normal CLI command would work, so that but you're not doing that work yourself too. The idea is that from start to finish, it does most of the work for you. So yeah, so here's hoping that that works. I don't even need to create that reference. I just have to do this. Get rid of that too. And we just return out of that. Okay, so our buckets is just going to be called buckets. Yeah, that's probably the best to do that. And that's our file. Oh. I have my dog in here, and I think you saw someone walking by. Maybe here's my roommates coming in, and the ladder. Okay, so self dot state. Hey, bud. Right. So he doesn't realize that our roommate. State dot state. That's io.io. All right. Like these are pretty simple names. Like they're kind of straightforward and redundant, but what we're doing is we're creating a namespace for these interactions, so that way when you call the when you're like working in a subcommand function, you have access to them. And if you didn't know how our library works, this is our YAML file, which you define how the structure of the subcommand is. So like the arguments it expects, the flags it expects. It will generate the help documentation, which is why we needed to load that big file. And then when you're looking at our pie here, you have a decorator, which I did not do right. We have our decorator, which augments test, basically making this none. It just hijacks this, and then we do that, which prints just test to the console. And that probably should, we did all caps, it would look like that. props.io.stream.out. Yeah, okay. I like that better. So let's go fix that for both the state and the IO. Oh, and this is how the build command runs it. So that Python file we just looked at, it compiles into this. You can define a signature so that your entry file doesn't have to be named what your command you're making is. It will load the command maker right now. That's what we're doing here. You can define what files you can want to include. I'm including command maker or like package library, just because I haven't included the pip interface for it yet. And we have our config file, which is our data file here. So yeah, it's been a couple of days writing this. At first I kind of didn't know what I wanted to write, but as we got further along into our project here, everything became a bit more clear on what we were writing. So okay, and then so that's our state, our IO. Basically the only thing we need is to grab that subcommand, our config file. Didn't want to do that. I gotta see what I named it again. I forgot. Load config data. Pretty simple name. So it was a load config, and I did that wrong. And it's under state. I probably should just move that into here, which requires us to import pickle. Alright, it's alright. So let's move that into here because I don't actually think it belongs in state since it's not really a state thing. It just kind of lives in the same area as we were doing our state. So we'll yank that, move it over to sub, which means is short for subcommand, and we'll paste that here. And then we'll, right before we open it, we'll just import pickle here. Okay, there you go. One thing about Python that's really nice is that when you import a module, you don't, every time you call import on it, it won't like try to reload everything. Everything is already cached, so it only does one pass onto our subcommand or onto our project. Okay, Puppyski is out exploring, so which, yeah, it's cool. So now we're grabbing our config data. We want to look at it. When we normalize our data, we normalize it to like we have our documents right here, and then it's kind of defined by what subcommand we're doing. So we can probably just in our file, we pass in our subcommand into that help function, we just grab this and print it. Otherwise and then we can do a if statement saying if it's a certain length, then if it's this help subcommand, then we can just probably in that. That's right. All right, I'm actually gonna modify our build file here because we have it so that when we define this help, which we're doing that in help or stop.py here. So at the end, page down, all the way end, we kind of do the empty string. It should be help. So our help subcommand is completely different than our actual all the rest of our subcommands. In this way that you can't override help too. In this terms of documentation. You can't even override help in our other area. So this is probably just a better practice to do that. Let me get rid of this. We'll go up one and then there you go. Now that's all fixed. We'll come back to sub. In our help doc, we'll that actually throws something in, or me in for a loop. Alright, so I'm just gonna put I guess we're gonna have to include our config data here. So instead of doing that, we'll do that. config data. Yeah. So now we're loading the config data, which then we can, since this kind of breaks our flow, it was supposed to be necessary, but it's not anymore. We can probably move this down to here. And yes, it kind of is a little off, but we'll fix. There it goes. This should, I want to move this down to, this should be above, below the classes. It really just kind of depends on this decorator run right here. Oh, all right. So kind of doing a little bit of refactoring right now. Kind of things kind of just get a little chaotic, a little moved around when working on an existing project. So these small things over time help out. So we have our utility classes here, our API, our exceptions. This is tied to subcommands, so we don't use it until all this is done. The help, what this does is that it takes grabs the config document name, it prints out this, but then we're also going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just make this an S string. One, two. Six. Name. Is it Python? It's just capitalized, right? It's title. Huh, yeah, might as well. I think that's exactly what we want. So this will just be the name.title. Oh, we could grab the app name. Did I put that in our normal file? So in our, that's our license, it's GNU. In our YAML, we have app name for this reason. So let's command maker build command meta documents meta name equals config app name, right? Cast YAML. That's just name. So now we have included our name to file. Get out of here. So let's check our build data and meta name. Yeah, names, app name. Cool. Go back to command maker, sub, and we're instead of just this, that's probably better. That's how to capitalize. There you go. So now we got the name. Probably should actually. I'm not really. It's a bad habit that I have, probably from Python, but probably use git, even though I know it's gonna be there. There you go. So now we have gotten the name, and I think give the title some space. There you go. That's our help. We have our state here. I want to pull it up here because I keep on going back and forth. Attention. Anyways. Documents, meta, flags. Whoa. Yeah, so one of the ideas that I've talked about is kind of like an argument confirmation, where the idea is that we know what the arguments are, so the only thing that we'd have to add to our config file is the type, like name or string, number. So we can do the conversion, or if it's a file, we can do some stuff that kind of makes the CLIs that use our package inevitably, like, just better. So yeah, that it's like they streamed it in the file. We could capture that first and then stream that in. But yeah. Let's see. Let me pull up the list here of things we got done. Standard in stream. API, we've done that. So basically, if this runs, it should be good. So let's check this. Go back to here. Right. We didn't finish the API because we need to change that. So we need to import sub. I think we have logging, right? logging and more. Yeah. This might be an interesting read. What's Python usage for all dash all? I think that's what we wanted. Let me do a bit of cleanup here. Down. So Python underscore init or annually define API. I guess I should probably do .py, right? There's Sentry. You tell me anything I need to know. All right, so we do a dash all. Sub dot player is not defined. Oh, I guess from import star, right? And then kind of want to do that for this too. Subcommand. Logging. Yeah, we didn't do any init logging, action logger. We'll rename this to start logging. Let's call it log. Lowercase. And then for our core, that is, oh, we don't need core. Core is only for sub. So we need, instead of execute subcommand, we could just name this call execute. Hit I there. Subcommand execute. Back. Where's the handle button? Oh, that would have failed. I'm glad that I saw that. Alright, so let's go back to here. Again, good. Get rid of this. So there isn't even as much as I thought. Log. Alright, there you go. Do we even need to do the start logging? Yeah. I think that'd be a good thing to do. Alright, so now that's done, let's... Oh. Why? No module named sub. Ah! That's so annoying. Config name. S-string doesn't match. Oh, right. I do that all the time. That should be the single bracket. No module named core. Core idle state. And I do this. Ah, come on. Alright, so from import start as IO as import start as why is the as not working? Maybe that will just import module as I don't think this will help much. What do I need to import? Let's see. Oh, I don't think I called core. Oh no, core.command. me a command and format. I don't think I called format command. Great, let's hope this works. Oh, did I mess something up here? No. Wait, what? Oh, it's on that. All right. It's in core. Yeah. Starts with. Oh. All right. Yeah. My fault. I was like, uh-oh, I did something wrong. No. Yeah, but no. Def in lines 1. Invalid syntax. Why is that invalid? Oh, I need to add the static method. That's right. I just need to need a refresher real quick. All right, so at static method. So we're done with this file. You go to IO and here. And do, it's the line that we. Okay, so that's done. And then we go to state because this has the same issue. It's the yank. The line we want to be on. All right. Oh, yeah, we need to be compiling. Oh, no, we are compiling. What? From .io. Guess you can't name stuff in and out, right? Save is not defined. That is correct. It is now called state.save. This is in logging. Okay. And this is line 16. Cool. I need to fix something now. We're gonna test. We can go to pi. I called it read out. Probably call it right. Let's try that. IO. This readout does not make sense. Okay, and then come on. There you go. We yeah, it kind of works, but it doesn't. It doesn't. So our IO, it is test, so we have a command named test, and it's supposed to write out. Let's write test. Okay, it is running though. We don't call execute. Wait. Why is our to execute taking command? This is a relic. And we don't need... We don't need this. We're going to do some refactoring now. Command. Why are we reading our config here? I knew that was weird. We're going to return command and command yank this. Paste it there. This breaks good. Honestly. That gets rid of that data. Back sub. Now we're grabbing command from here. And it's kind of works how we expect it now. Only global is that set command, and that has to be global. I was worried about that. Well, oh, we forgot to take in the config anyway, so this would have failed. We need that. Why is this not loading then? What? Alright, so... Oh. Yes, it's good. No, it's not good. Like, it's both yes and bad. Change directory, change your current working directory. To get the full path to the directory a Python file is contained in. Sorry, I kind of... Not get current working directory, that's the thing, right? Because you can maneuver. It's stop dash dash file. Alright, so let's see. So where I'm looking is right here. That's not what I want either. I'm gonna be real. That's not what I want. I want up to here, but then test. Tester. I want up to the build, basically, right? Because I don't... Like, if that changes... We'll try this. Come on. One thing about team ups that I do not like is that that's annoying. Ooh. Turning this path. Do I need basement? Oh. Not what I want either. Guess roots. No. I guess, okay, so if we did this, right? So it's that plus what? Oh, I guess yeah, it's a command maker. Up to let's try base name. Okay, so that's the file name. Oh dang, it's already 9. Oh, maybe this is what I wanted. Nope. Ah, come on. Can't print that whole thing. Copy. This is what I wanted copied. Paste. This is what I wanted pasted. Ah! That's so annoying. Come on. So I can get basically the command maker directory. Well, the reason why this is so annoying is that I do all that file manipulation. Right? I need to get the root dir of all this. It's up. I need one more. I guess, I mean, it's just os.dir again. So let's C, Control V, that again. Dude, really? Why was that never? Oh, one more. All right, so now it is to the right one. That's annoying. I don't want to do that over and over again. Oh, you can just do .parent.parent. So pathlib. Let's do that. Builder, tester, help. Yeah. Path is not defined. Oh, that's because, yeah. Cool. Well, That's my hack I'm gonna have to end up doing. I don't know how I would get the parent, like the executable path, unless I set it. But we don't want to do that to the user. So got a little bit more refactoring to do, I guess. This does come in handy though, because I can now grab self.user equals import request. Wait, can I? I probably could have. Yo. Let's see. I need this in state. It's here in state. So we'll just yank that. We'll just put this in the pickle. We can collapse even further. It's executable path. Go. Right, and then we want to. We kind of do this anyways. Split the state. In logging, we got to do this. No, you want the current working directory for the logging. Oh, and like we make them give by them. Yeah, we're good for logging. In the state, we just paste that there. Same here. We just can combine that with that. Beautiful. This is not actually a constant. Neither is root dir anymore. But we'll treat root dir as one. Just so I don't have to refactor everything. Build. I don't have to worry about build. Let's see, and I don't need to worry about that. Doc, no. For no. Build, no. Alright, cool. Hopefully this works now. Alright. Just do. Path, the editor. All right, so we just convert it to ester. So this is our subcommand one. So here to ester. One aspect of it. All right, so this should work now. Yes. Did I rename it wrong? Did I not spell it right? Oh, I forgot the T. I forgot the T. That's so dumb. Ah. So cute. All right, and then none type. How's that a none type? 55. And that's an execute. Oh, we can delete this too. It's none. What? Did I build my format? Did I refactor it wrong? That's the build. The return command at the end. Command is that. Command name has been set. No, we're just gonna yank that. Right there. All right, so maybe this will fix it. Ah! No! What's going on? All right, so command.name. It's set. Will I like reset command somewhere? It is none. Why is it none? I'm not. Like I'm setting these values, right? We're not getting an error. Yeah. Is there something that's consuming it? It shouldn't be, because it's just like this was working before. What is going on? Man, that short? No, it's not, because we're not hitting that. We're not hitting these. We shouldn't even be hitting these. Come on. No. All right, I need a break. Like, so close. We're so close, dude. I'll be right back, guys. Back, I got some food. I have beer here, so I don't need to drink. Got my little self a little fruit snack. Take a breather. I don't know what's going on, man. Serious. Oh. I know one issue. That's singular. See if that was the issue. Let's comment this out. No, string data. We can pull this out of here. This doesn't need to be here. No, it's consume tight. All right. Kind of move around a bit. All right, so I don't know what's happening, man. Oh. It's not making it here. I found out the issue. I changed logic a while back ago. So this should be deleted now. Don't need it. It's just cluttering up the logic. This should say command. This should say command. Be this out of here. All right, so that should work now. Good. I don't know where that last print statement is. It's right there. That's why this wasn't showing either. Let's undo that. Save. Delete that. Delete that. Save. Delete that. Save. Let's go to sub. Airflow document needs. This was what it was printing. Okay. Manned big name. Get oh, we're just looking for this. Document. I thought that's what it was called. Maybe got scared. Maybe it's Pearl. Yeah, it's Pearl. Okay. I hate that this is the thing. Okay. Compile, build. Let's go. We probably get rid of one. Yeah, let's get rid of one. Compile, build. Hey, there you go. So there we have it. It's running like it should be, and it is printing out built because we don't have it as part of our test. So instead of like that, this should be help as well. Test. Which, yeah. If we do help test. Maybe there's something wrong with my logic. I know I saw that. I kind of thought, that's weird. The core. Yeah, this thing. So if the argument's length is less than 1, then it does that. Then it returns. So what if we... It's that in the subcommand. But if we do that, it's... Yeah, that's right. This will not be how it is anymore because we're not doing the Pi. It doesn't include Python anymore. So that's a good thing. We have to adjust this numbers now. Formatter accounts for Python command. Yeah, so if it's not being run by a Python command, this kind of fails. Otherwise, it will do whatever it needs to do. So let's do this. This should be 0. Should be 1. So if we compile that test. Did I save this? Dang it, dude. I want to close this. I didn't include for if it was like the subcommand was named help. Let's do that. I was like, why is this not working? So let's put this back because maybe it is working and we're just being dumb. So if command name equals help let's do help sub document. Actually, no, it's the same. Like we just need to provide the actual name. So we need to get the argument. Ooh, help for now. So it'll just, and then we need to check, go back to build. So it's config meta, and then the command name. Oh wait, it won't have it in the config. So we need the argument name, like how do I do this in there? We went back to build. Me4. It's just args. If one in document config command. We want to get the first argument. All right, see if this works. That's what I meant. Thank you, Python. Run print command real quick. It is in ones. One is in test. Why did it not? So the name is help. If command not in subcommands. This should just be help. Otherwise, if it's specified to be help, we gotta handle it. So then we need to get the next argument, which is test. Right? So that did evaluate to true. It is test. So it's not this. It made it to test. Wait, I didn't build. It did not make it to test. Oh, okay. So if command name is oh, help's not in subcommands. I know how to fix this. Instead of just adding help into subcommands, just move this on along. So that is first. I should have probably that should be an else. There should be a return here. All right. Hey. Oh, my camera died. Camera. Now that's messed up. Sorry, guys. Let me get a super close look at me. There you go. There you go. All right, so got a little nice thing here. I probably could make like this look better. it is good for now. So short description, arguments, zero index, it's a terminal. Whoa is required. Like these things, like reinforcing that. Optional. Those are not MVP or type checking. Force required. Okay. So now the only thing we gotta do is oh dang, it's already 10. We've been streaming for 3 hours. So the only thing we need to do is get the flags and arguments, which the meta command. Which I think will be a good thing to do next time. We had a lot more than I thought. So cool. Found out that this dot syntax works well, except you can't really do start as blank. You gotta grab what you specifically need. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. We've pretty much built out all the functionality. We only need to finish out this API call. And yeah, we got to the point where everything is working, including our test.py. So now we're this is basically the footprint on what a subcommand function looks like. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Now I just need to figure out. I mean, we're getting to the point where I just need to collapse. I was gonna say I just need to collapse the flags and stuff, but kind of lazy. I don't want this to be done. So can call it as you do about 1 and strip known not needed. So I'm just gonna. I didn't mean to do that. Man, make. All right. Oh, go there. Go there. So here, we're just gonna go for a. Oh. We're gonna need to now do this thing here, right? We're gonna have to extend the subcommand API to command and config. There you go. I'm not really parsing any definitions right now. I don't feel like we need to do that yet. We're just doing it for the help documentation for now, and MVP kind of a little bit too much to do. So instead, we're just gonna do self dot args equals command dot Yeah. Arcs. Otherwise, it's just. Then we're gonna shift V, make that paste. And then it's flags. Flags. And then sort. And this is an array. There you go. So basically, we're grabbing all the flags for arguments. We're passing them through. Thankfully, like, we have default values and stuff, but not today. We'll be right back. Sorry, I just left, but any good though. So basically, I think we're getting to the point where we're going to have to need to start cleaning up. So one last thing to look up, how... I know that we need a setup.py, and I'm not using any packages to do this. Right, that's what we have. Oh, okay. So our scripts go into dash scripts, and we need to put source there. All right. All right. I guess we'll give this a read through. This is by Rochid Khalid. I hope I said that right. It's how to create and upload your first Python package to PyPy. A few weeks ago, I wanted to learn how to build my first Python package, and I was trying to figure out where to start. Well, I got confused and a bit stressed trying to find a simple and easy tutorial I can use to get started. For this reason, I decided to write this tutorial documenting how I built my first Python package. What is a package in Python? Before we get started, we should know what a package means in Python. A Python package is a directory that contains a bunch of modules with a dependency file called init. This under init.py file. This file can, oh man, I can't really see. This file can be completely empty and you use it to mark a. Now that I took the glasses off, it's like my brain scrambled. This file can be completely empty and you use it to mark the directory on the disk as a Python package. The following is an example of a package directory. The init.py is a dependency file that helps Python look for the available modules in our package directory. If we remove this file, the Python will fail to import our modules. Packages versus modules in Python. You should understand a Python package you should now understand that Python packages create a structured directory with several modules. But what about modules? Let's make sure we understand the differences between a package and a module. A module is corresponding to a single file or single Python file, turtle.py, as for example. It contains logic, classes, functions, constants. A package is basically a module that can contain many modules or submodules. Fair. Packages don't only contain modules, though. They can consist of top-level scripts, documentations, tests as well. The following example shows how a basic Python package can be structured. All right. You got your manifest, changes, license, readme, toml, Python, configs, setup, scripts, docs, tests. All right. Understanding what each file in the tree above is used for. I'm not going to go through that, but essentially, they'll do something, right? Know that there's two options for how to include our test files in our main package. We can keep it at a top level, so top level as we did, or put it inside a package like the following. Okay. In my opinion, I think keeping tests at the top level can help us a lot, especially when our tests require reading and writing of external files. That's fair. Should you use setup.config or setup.py? So this is the setup tools. I'm not going to go read that. I like setup.py because you can actually do a bit more with it. Setup tools, you can open readme to read do a long description, package name. It's pretty much like a node JSON file. And it's still blurry. I want to clean these. They're like crazy dirty. All right. And then this is what the config file is. So, the Python setup.py is what we're going to go. How to build your first Python package. He's going to use the project.toml. Let's see. adding some logic. 5 by pi. Unit tests. Don't need that. We've already done all this stuff. Fingering metadata. Bug. Package dir source. Alright, so packages find. What? So where does he put? So. Alright, so divide, multiply. Alright. Create a toml. Yes, it uses all that fun stuff. Readme, add a license. Pip install dash upgrade build. Python 3-m build. Alright. Oh, that's why I keep on getting confused. You use different signatures depending on Linux and or Windows. I always wondered that. Uploading it. Pip install dash upgrade twine, all that. Alright. By the way, it's not different. You didn't need to do you didn't need to copy this duplicate. Cool. Alright, so I'm getting tired, so let's see here. I don't think this is the best article because it's for packages. We want a module, so next time we're gonna do the pip install, get that up loaded to pip or module. It's a fairly simple API. It's just a lot happening in the background. So we'll figure out how to do that. If we have to restructure everything, that's fine. Other than that, yeah, there's not much to it. Thank you so much for joining my stream. Let's go to the just chatting. The color issues happening here too. All right, whatever. Yeah, thank you so much for joining my stream. Yeah, I hope you learned something. I did a lot of things. So, and I hope that the keyboard key viz helped out a lot with just what kind of hotkeys I'm using. I think it's pretty cool. One of the things I was worried about if it was going to cut off my key bindings, but it didn't. So usually when you have too much keystrokes, it will do that. So I'm glad it didn't, or at least I didn't see it do that. Yeah, so thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.